Shalom. And before anybody start looking at the title, making comments, listen to the video. Listen to the whole video. I just got to the point. I done got to the point where I just ignore people that totally missed the point. I think I look at them as trolls. You make a video about one thing, and they don't even listen to the video or pay attention and make an argument about a whole nother subject. I just start blocking folks and or just erasing their comments. I'm trying to share this video. Let me see here. Can you get out? Go out, come back in. Let me see. Let me share this. Let me see. Alright, let me get started. Let me explain. Alright, there's nothing made that the Most High didn't create. I just want you to think. But how is it that the Most High didn't create fallen angels and unclean spirits? How is that possible? I'm trying to take my time to make you think. Now, if Elohim made everything, and we know that he made everything, then how did he not create fallen angels? Let me dig on into the scriptures. Alright. I'm going to go Genesis 1:21. It's talking about creation. How the Most High made everything that's made. And he saw that it was good. Genesis, just read Genesis chapter 1, verse. Matter of fact, let me just go to it. Let me see here. Genesis chapter 1. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's real early. It's about 4:20 in the morning. Got up a little bit after 2. But anyway, you said, why do you say stuff like that? Because you may be moved one day to get up. The Most High don't have no set times to operate. Okay? Alright. Genesis 1:31. Then Yah saw everything that he had made. And indeed it was very good. So he made everything. He examined everything. He saw everything he made, and it was good. And the evening and the morning was the 6th day, since it's in the verse. A day starts in the evening. Genesis, the Bible is telling you a new day starts in a day. I know that goes over some of your head, but the evening starts and marks a new day. Not at night. It's called night. How does a day when the sun shines start at night when the sun's not shining? Thought I'd throw that in there, but anyway. Alright. He made everything, he examined everything, and he saw that it was good. So, how did he create everything and not create the fallen angels and unclean spirits? Let me go further. Okay, let me go into the book of Jude. Now I'm just going in the back. It's the next book before you get to Revelation, the book of Jude. It's the same as Judah, but in the English, they mess with the translation. Jude chapter 1. I'm going to start at verse 5, but verse 6 is the verse I'm aiming at. Okay, but I want to remind you, though you once knew this, says Yahuwah, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt. You get to the end of the book, the Most High still talking about a particular nation, a particular bloodline. Still talking about it. But let these modern day people talk about it. Christians, if it's not you, then I'm not talking about you. And if it's not you, then why are you upset? Let them tell it. The Most High it don't matter who his people are. But let me continue. Afterward, destroying those who did not believe. Okay, now verse 6. And the angels, the Most High created the angels, right? Okay. Who did not keep their proper domain. So they chose to become something else. So to explain that in layman's terms, if I start getting chips in my head and I start changing my arms to mechanical, I'm becoming something else. The Most High didn't create me in that state. I'm choosing to become something other than the created being that the Most High created me in. I'm choosing to become a cyborg. You see how the Most High didn't create the fallen angels. They chose to become wicked. He made everything good. You see, is it starting to? But wait till I get to digging into these unclean spirits. Where did they come from? Nowhere in Genesis, and nowhere I read where it said the Most High created wicked angels, he created fallen angels, and he created unclean spirits. Nowhere. All right. And the angels who did not keep their proper domain, but left their own abode, they left their habitation where the Most High put them at. They left that. He has reserved in everlasting chains under darkness for the judgment of the great day. All right. Okay. So the angels left their habitation. They chose to become the fallen. Okay. The Most High didn't create them in that state. The key word is fallen. Let me see what else I got. And let me see. All right. Now, Genesis chapter 6 talks about the sons of Elohim. It is not people. The sons of Elohim. Okay. Genesis chapter 6, when it's talking about the sons of Elohim, saw the daughters of men. They got together and created hybrids called giants. Let me see, Genesis chapter 6. Verse 1. Now it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of Elohim, sons of Yah, saw the daughters of men, that they were beautiful, and they took wives for themselves, all whom they chose. These are the watchers. Okay, here's some more Bible verses for you to look up that verify that the sons of Elohim are watchers. Job chapter 1, verse 6. The book of Job, Job. Not Job, but Job. Job chapter 2, verse 1. And the same book, Job chapter 38, verse 7. I'm going to go to Job chapter 30. It's the same book. Job 1, 6. Job 2, 1. I'm going to go to Job chapter 38, verse 7. This video came to my mind weeks ago, maybe even a month or so, but it come back. And I said in my video I did yesterday that I was going to do this video, so I'm going and doing it now. 38, verse 7. Okay. Let me start at verse 4. This is the most high question in Job in the end. He said, where were you when I laid the foundation of the earth? Where were you, Job? All right. Tell me if you have understanding. Verse 5. Who determines its measurement? Who determined the measurements of the earth? Okay? Surely you know, or who stretched the line upon it, to where its foundation fastened. To what where its foundation fastened? What the foundation of the earth at, Job? Where is it fastened to? See, this right here is telling you that the earth is fastened to a foundation. The Bible also tells us in the book of Joshua that the sun stood still. But they teach us the earth is moving. But the book of Joshua tells you the sun moves. Let me move on. Let me get back on topic. I'm just giving you something to think about. All right? Or who laid this cornerstone? Who laid the cornerstone of the earth? When the morning stars sang together. Listen. And the sons of God, Elohim, shouted for joy. Sons of Elohim. When nobody created but the angels. Right here, verse 7. When nobody created but the angels. When the morning stars sang together, and the sons of Elohim shouted for joy. When no people created then. And then in the beginning of the book, Job chapter 1, matter of fact, I might well go there. Let me prove it. Because some people ain't going to go check it out. Verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of Elohim came to present themselves before Yahuwah, and Satan came among them. Verse 6. The sons of Elohim are angels. It wasn't a bunch of people going before the Most High and Satan, no. All right? Now, let me get into these unclean spirits. I'm going to go to some verses that you may be familiar with. And then I'm going to go into some books that they've hidden. Okay? Matthew. Chapter 8, verse 29. Okay, this is about the demon-possessed men. Remember Legion? I started at verse 28. Matthew 28, 8:28, Matthew 8:28. Then he said, then he had come to the other side, to the country of the Gadarenes. There he met two demon-possessed men. Now, did anywhere in the word did it say the Most High create demons? Anywhere. Then where did they come from? Where did the demons come from? They are not angels. Continuing on. Just stay focused. Stay diligent. I'm getting to the answer. I want you to think. That's the problem. See, media today tells us what to think. And it tells us how to think. It don't invite you to do your own thinking. You know how you're supposed to do your own thinking? Because the Most High gave you your own brain. What's the use of having your own mind if someone else is going to show you what to think, tell you what to think? All right. Now, two demon-possessed men coming out of the tombs, exceedingly fierce. These demons were fierce, violent. All right? So that no one could pass that way. Could nobody be around them. All right? Verse 29, Matthew 8:29. Suddenly they cried out, saying, what have we to do with you, Yahushua? What have we to do with you, Yahushua? Not Jesus. To those you have an ear, here. That name is 400-500 years old. So that name isn't in the text, and you look the words up. People are healed because of their faith. And the Most High know how much we know, and he knows when we learned it. He knows our understanding, but I'm not going to beat you up, but I'm telling you the truth. All right? You don't translate Hebrew names through 4 European languages. The Hebrew name is supposed to sound Hebrew in English. What they done, they translated Hebrew through Greek through Latin into English. And first they used the fake Jews Hebrew. That's why the names sound white. That's why they don't sound Hebrew. How is it you got Chinese names sound Chinese and they got 2,000 letters in their alphabet? Because they're translating from Mandarin, which is Chinese, directly into English. They are not translating from Chinese into Greek, into Latin, and then into English. That's why the names still sound Asian and Russian and Spanish and so forth. Let me get back on track. So, they say, Son of Elohim, have you come to torment us before the time? In your Bible, where does it say that besides the book of Jude, this was before the book of Jude was written, that the unclean spirit was going to be tormented? Where? Where does it say? And suddenly these unclean spirits crying out, saying, what have we to do with you, Yahusha, you son of Elohim? Have you come here to torment us before it's time for us to be tormented? You read the book of Jubilees. You should read that. Noah prayed to the Most High because these unclean spirits were causing his sons to go astray. Okay, the Most High was binding the spirits. That sounds familiar. Whatsoever you bound on earth shall be bound in Shamahim in heaven. He told them, matter of fact, let me see, can I find it right quick? Let me see, can I find it? That's why I got up early. Let me see. Let me see, y'all. Let me see, can I find it? Let me show you where to go. Some people don't know how to research. And I've been doing this for years. Okay, Jubilees chapter 5, verse 6. It's at the top right here. Jubilees, there's no J in Hebrew, so it's Yovelim. All right, chapter 5, verse 6. And against the angels who he had sent upon the earth, he was exceedingly wroth, and he gave command. Let me go up one so you see what's going on. Jubilees chapter 5. It coincides with Genesis chapter 6. And it came to pass when the children of men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the angels of Elohim saw them on a certain year of this Jubilee, that they were beautiful to look upon, and they took themselves women of all whom they chose, and they bore unto them sons, and they were Nephilim. He's talking about the giants. The giant, the Most High didn't create giants. I get excited when he teaches me these things. He didn't create giants. He didn't create fallen angels. He didn't create unclean spirits. Okay? All right. It's telling you, then, if you don't believe in giants, then, okay, right after we left Egypt, it was giants in the land. Where did the giants come from? Does it say he created giants? Okay. All over the United States, just look up giants. Just look up these old newspaper clippings about giants. These huge, I seen them down here, these huge mounds that they don't want, that you go to prison for digging up. Just look up these mounds. Why they don't want you, they don't care nothing about the Native American. And I can't prove it because I don't want to dig up no grave. What they don't want you to dig up is these giant skeletons. But anyway, let me continue. They were Nephilim. Verse 2. And iniquity increased on the earth. See, these watchers created hybrids with humans called giants, and wickedness increased. Notice, we became more wicked because of the watchers. Not just necessarily because we disobeyed and ate the fruit. These angels not only did they deceive us into surrendering the earth into Satan, but they doubled down by teaching us more wickedness. All right? Wickedness and iniquity increased on the earth, and all flesh. That's why he said, my spirit will not always strive with man. Remember, after after the Genesis 6, when the angels came down and the giants were born, he said, my spirit will not always strive with man. They were teaching us more wickedness. Okay? All right, now. And our flesh corrupted this way. Excuse me. All flesh corrupted this way. All right, let me continue. Alike men and beasts and birds. Okay, everything begin to go corrupt. Not only, but if you watch the movie Noah, the watchers were supposedly helping Noah build the ark. But anyway, that's why we got to study for ourselves. Anyway, and birds and everything, let me skip down. Jubilees chapter 5. All right. Everything going corrupt. All right. Verse 3. Chapter 5, verse 3. And Elohim looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt. Notice, when he made everything, it was good. Okay? Everything was good. It's all good. Now, it's corrupt. And all flesh had corrupted its orders. See, when he created everything, he gave us orders, instructions, how to live, what our job, what he created us for. When he created the angels, he gave them instructions on that. He gave them orders. When he created the earth, the suns and everything, he told the sun to do this and do that. And they, you see what I'm saying? Orders. All right. And all that was upon the earth had wrought all manner of evil before his eyes. Even animals. And he said, verse 4, he would destroy man and all flesh upon the face of the earth which he had created. Verse 5, but Noah found grace in the eyes of Yahuwah. Verse 6, and the angels whom he had sent upon the earth, he was exceedingly angry, wroth, and he gave commandment to root them out of all their dominion. Now think about this. Now he done gave the order to move the angels out of their dominion. Put that keep in the back of your mind, Revelation. Neither was Satan place found in heaven anymore. Remember, Michael and his angels fought, and the devil and his angels fought. Neither was Satan's place found anymore in heaven. I don't know if that's the future. I don't know if he demoted these angels in stages or what. But just keep that in mind. I'm just showing you how these books connect with the word. All right. Now, let me see here. To bind them, and he bade us, he talking about the angels. He told the angels to bind them in the depths of the earth. Okay, now, Revelation is talking about 4 angels being bound in the river Euphrates. How did they get there? Who put them there? Let me see, can I go there right quick? I'm just all over the place. Let me see. I'm gonna show you this. The Bible as the slave master editor, don't tell you how the angels, what the angels did, how they got there. Okay. Revelation 9:14. Saying, these are the plagues. You have to read it. Saying to these 6 angels who had the trumpet, release the 4 angels. Did it say unclean spirits? Did it say fallen angels? He still calls them angels, but they're fallen, right? Who are bound at the great river Euphrates. 4 angels in the river. And I just read to you they bind. I just read to you, if you read your Bible according to the way they done edited it, shows you what to read, allow us to read. It ain't telling you what the angels did. Okay? I've gone in churches trying to tell people, and they talking about they got enough. That's why you can't see ways Satan is killing you. That's why you don't know who you are. I didn't say this in church. People don't want to, I just went on. I didn't want to, I still have a level of respect. I just went on. Meanwhile, people started dying. Let me move on. All right, now. He bade us to bind them in the depths of the earth. And behold, they are bound in the midst of them and kept separate. Now, in the book of Jubilees, these wicked angels are bound and separated. In the book of Revelation, they're going to be unleashed. I don't know if it's all of them, but some of the angels going to be unleashed on the earth. They're going to get parole. Read it. All right. Let me see. I want to teach what Noah pleading to the Most High for his sons. Let me see. Maybe it's in chapter 6. Let me tell you. I might can. Let me see. That's why I got up early. I'm just going to take my time. Jubilees. Okay, chapter 10. All right. All right, now, Jubilees chapter 10. This is Noah praying to the Most High about these unclean spirits. I'm going to tell you how they got there. Just hold on. I'm going to tell you how they got there, how they got here. The Most High didn't create them. All right. This is Noah. I'm going to start at verse 2, chapter Jubilees, chapter 10, same book, verse 2. And the sons of Noah came to Noah, their father, and they told him concerning the devils which are leading astray and blinding, and slaying his children, his grandchildren and children, and so forth. Verse 3. And he prayed before Yahuwah Elohim and said, Elohim of the spirit of all flesh, who has shown mercy unto me, this is Noah, and saved me and my sons from the waters of the flood, and have not caused me to perish as you did the sons of perdition. Those sons of perdition, that sounds familiar, like Judas, the son of perdition. Excuse me. In Matthew, in the new, when he talking about Mashiach, when he talking about called Judas, the son of perdition. Okay, just focus on that. All right. For your grace have been great toward me, and great has been your mercy to my soul. Let your grace be lift upon my son. Extend your grace upon my children. He's talking about his children, and so forth. Let not wicked spirits rule over them, lest they should destroy them from the earth. Verse 3. Look at that last sentence on verse 3. Right there. That's what I just read. All right. Verse 4. But do you bless me and my sons, that we may increase and multiply and replenish the earth. Remember in Genesis, be fruitful and multiply. Noah, in a very nice way and wise way, said, we can't be fruitful and multiply. These spirits keep deceiving us and killing us. Okay, now, Hebrews and people that's our allies, pray to the Most High to do something about these people out here killing us. All right? Pray, petition him. We ask not, but we have not, but we ask not. All right, verse 5. Let me start. Now, how you know it's the Most High's will that we be protected? Because the word says we're going to be protected. He's going to deliver us. He also said that these people are going to be killing us. He also said he's going to punish those who are killing us. So it's his will that you pray for protection of our nation. But remember, He probably going to show you some things that we can do to bring it about. Faith without works is dead. All right, now, verse 5. And you know that your watchers, Most High, your watchers, the fathers of these spirits. So that's where the unclean spirits come from. The watchers are the fathers of these spirits. But it's still a piece missing. Okay, where did the spirits come from? The flood. This is after the flood. The spirits, the Nephilim died, but they were still spiritual. They was hybrids, and the angels don't die. The angels were their fathers, and they still couldn't die. The flesh died, but they were still alive. They were still alive. I'm getting to that. I'm getting above that. I know sin created those things, Corey. Yeah, you're right. I'm getting above that. We have to know how this stuff operates. All right. In my day, for these spirits which are living, hold on. In my day, and as for these spirits which are living, imprison them and hold them fast in the place of condemnation. And let them not bring destruction on my son, of your servant, my Elohim, for these are malignant and created in order to destroy. These unclean spirits was created to destroy. What does the word say about Satan? He comes to steal, kill, and destroy. All right? How you going to build something and destroy it, and it's being destroyed while you building? Can you imagine building a house? As soon as you lay a brick, someone tear down too. Think about that on a spiritual level. All right? Okay. Verse 6, and let them not rule over the spirit of the living, for you alone can exercise dominion over them. And let them not have power over the sons of the righteousness from henceforth and forevermore. Verse 7, Yahuwah Elohim who bade us to bind all. So, the Most High said bind all of them. But what happened? What happened was the Most High knows the heart of men. And one of Satan simply means ever. This is one of the fallen angels. He going to petition the Most High. A fallen angel going to petition the Most High. The same fallen angel that petitioned the Most High to test Abraham about his son Isaac. This is the same fallen angel. It gives his name. All right. Verse 8. And the chief of the spirit, Masterma. It gives his name. See it? Right there. And the chief of the spirit, Masterma, came and said, Yahuwah, Creator, let some of them remain before me, and let them hearken to my voice, and do all that I shall say unto them. Now, if Satan's so powerful, Satan, from what I'm beginning to understand now, it's several fallen angels. One of them is named Azazel, one is Masterman, and another one that it described, the one that deceived Eve. That's three but anyway. All right. In Revelation, talking about a bag, the angel of the bottomless pit. That's 4. But let me move on. Let me see. He said, so Satan means adversary. He petitioned the Most High to let some of these unclean spirits remain under his control. Okay. But check this out. The Most High he granted him their request. I want you to focus on this though. He only allowed a tenth of all the unclean spirits to remain on the earth. You said, why would the Most High do that? Because we was hell bent on doing wickedness. That's why. See, whatsoever we bind, you can't bind spirits and you partaking in wickedness. You can't tie a spirit when you are living wickedly. You can't. And he knows our hearts. He knows our intentions. So the Most High allows some of them to stay on the earth. All right. Let me see. Let me show you what it said. Verse 11. Jubilees chapter 10, verse 11. All right. You see that? I got it highlighted. All right. Now. And we did according to all his words, and the malignant evil ones we bound in the place of condemnation. This is the angel. See, this is another thing. An angel is kind of like telling the book of Jubilees. An angel is telling it. All right? We bound in one place of condemnation, and a tenth part of them we left that they might be subject before Satan of the earth, on the earth. Look at that. Satan on the earth. Look at it at the bottom. A tenth of them. Now, you know, I'm thinking militarily. I'm thinking militantly. A tenth of them. So how many of these things was it? Now, I'm going to get you to think another thing. And I'm not praising no devils. How can you effectively undo what Satan is doing if you don't know what kind of weapons he got? For it is written, I will not have you ignorant of Satan's devices. That's in the Bible. Now, it was 2,000 in this one man, Legion. It was 2,000 of them. So how many of these things is it? Now, think about that. See, I want you, this should slap you and wake you up as that we can't play around with these devils. Because more wickedness is coming on the earth. More of these things are going to be unleashed on the earth. Okay? I'm going to show it to you again. He kept a tenth part of it. And the name of this fallen angel was Masterman. Notice it said before Satan on the earth. All right. Jubilees chapter 10, verse 11. Now, let me dig into the judgment of these unclean spirits and where they come from. Now, I went over. The Most High didn't create fallen angels. They chose to become fallen angels. Okay? He didn't create unclean spirits. The unclean spirits is what's left of the giants when their flesh died. That's what an unclean spirit. He didn't create giants, and he didn't create unclean spirits. That's what's left. Satan, well, the fallen watchers created. You said how? Well, a person, okay. How do you get a pink rose? A man can make, a pink rose is man-made, right? You take a red rose and a white rose, and you mess with the genetics, and you get a pink rose. This is what man can do. Man has made broccoli. Do you know broccoli is man-made? Did y'all know that? Broccoli, man-made. So if men can create new plants by mixing new plants, what do you think angels can do? I'm not giving them no shine. I'm giving them this work. I'm exposing what we are dealing with. See, we underestimate because we don't know what we're dealing with. It ain't nothing to fear. Ain't nothing to fear. I just want you to get your estimation up to par. All right, now. Let me go to Matthew 12:43. I'm gonna show you in the New Testament, it's talk about these unclean spirits, then I'm gonna close out. Matthew 12:43. See the unclean spirit up there at the title? You see Mashiach words in red? All right. When an unclean spirit goes out of a man, he goes through dry places. I want you to remember that word dry. The unclean spirit is in dry places. Okay. Seeking rest. They ain't finding no rest. They looking for rest. And ain't finding no rest. Okay. One reason why they're not finding no rest, the Most High didn't create them. First of all, there is no rest in wickedness. Second of all, so their fathers, the watchers, is responsible that these spirits are restless. All right. Now, verse 44, I will return to my house from whence I came, and when he comes, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. So a person probably repented, but they didn't keep themselves clean. So they repented, and they began to allow the Most High work and clean them up. But they didn't put his spirit inside them to replace the wicked spirit that left. They didn't put the ruach in them to replace the spirit that left. So, all right, verse 45. Then he goes and takes with him 7 other spirits. So he coming back and he bringing reinforcement. All right? And the last state of that man is worse than the first. All right, now, let me go to the judgment of these unclean spirits. Now, remember I said focus on that word dry. Mashiach said when the unclean spirit, they are walking around in dry places. They don't have no rest. They can't rest. All right? Let me go to the book of Enoch, chapter 15. And verse 10. No, that ain't it. Must have wrote it down wrong. Let me see. Oh, I'm still in Jubilees. No wonder. All right. Okay. Now, Gabriel, 2 of the Most High's archangels went before the Most High and started complaining about the wickedness that the watchers was going on. All right. But this is the judgment of the watchers. Let me go to chapter 10. I think chapter 10 got some stuff in there too. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm going to read Enoch chapter 10. Then Elohim, the great and holy one, spoke. This is after the angel was complaining about these wicked ones. Let me see, make sure. That's why I got up early, so I could take my time. Yeah. Verse 9, verse 1 says, he's talking about the angels going before the Most High, talking about Satan and these wicked angels. Then Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Suriel, and Uriel looked down from heaven and saw the quantity of blood which was shed on the earth, and all the iniquity. Remember I said iniquity increased earlier, which was done upon it, and said one to another, the voice of their cries. The earth deprived has cried even before the gate of heaven. The earth is crying. The Most High did not create the earth to drink blood. He didn't create the earth for us to be buried in it. The earth wasn't made for that. All right? All right. Now, verse 3. Enoch chapter 9, verse 3. And now to you, O Holy One of heaven, the soul of men complain, even dead. Remember, Abel, his blood cried out to the Most High. When the Most High asked Cain, he told Cain his blood is crying out. Okay? See, these people killing us, they think they're getting away. They ain't getting away. See, we had to get through our punishment. It's written in the word. We had to, as we get over our punishment, theirs is beginning. So, to you Gentiles out there, to you other nations out there, if you don't want no judgment, I suggest you become one with the nation of Yasharal. Become attached to the tree. Just like someone comes to be attached to the nation of America, you better become attached, joined to the nation of Israel. Let me continue. I'm not talking about the ones, the synagogue of Satan. And let me see. All right, Holy One and souls of men complain, saying, bring judgment to us, Elohim. That they said to Adonai, their king Adonai. All right, let me see. But anyway, the blood is crying out. The earth is crying out. And these angels is crying out to the Most High for some judgment. All right? I'm just giving you the rundown. I could read, boy, but let me see. Let me see. Verse 6. How many of y'all watched the movie Noah with Russell Crowe in it? I don't advise it if you don't know your Bible because it'll probably confuse you. But one of the watchers was named Shimyaza, the one that so-called helped Noah. The watchers is the reason why Noah had to build an ark in the first place. But let Hollywood tell it, and let the devil lie, and the watchers help build the ark. You know, that's why I don't like that. But anyway, let me see. Verse 6 down here. Verse 6. You see that name, Shimyaza? How did Hollywood know that one of the watchers' name was Shimyaza? In that movie Noah with Russell Crowe in it, how they know? How do the devils know that the watcher's name, but the people that serve the Most High don't know? Anyway, Shimyaza have taught sorcery, to whom you have given authority over those who are associated with him. They have gone together to the daughters of men, have lain with them, and become polluted. The women likewise brought forth giants. Verse 8. Brought forth giants. Thus the whole earth have been filled with blood and iniquity. And now behold, the souls of those who are dead cry out and complain to the gate of heaven. Now verse 10. And then it's talking about Elohim speak. The Most High going to speak. Verse 10 up there. Enoch 10:1. All right. Now this is judgment coming on these watchers and these giants. I can't, all of it ain't in here, but I'm going to give you what happened. You can read it yourself. The Most High turned the watchers, he turned the giants, he made the giants kill each other. That's why you don't have to worry about the United States. You don't have to worry about none of these nations. He'll make them kill themselves. If you don't believe it, what was the Civil War about? What's these school shootings that white folks killing each other? What's this white on white crime about? If you don't believe the Most High will make our enemies kill themselves, why is white folks killing each other? What's the Civil War about? The Most High he done this throughout the scripture. He made the giants kill themselves off. While the giants was killing themselves, Noah was building an ark. Let me continue. All right, let me see. And again, Yahuwah said to Raphael, bound Azazel. That's another fallen angel. Azazel, right there. Now you watch the movie X-Men, they got a character named Azazel. Notice that character is a demon. How do these secular people know the names of these watchers? Azazel is one of X-Men. I think it's First Class. The little red guy that teleports and disappears. Notice he got spirit-like powers. Spirits. The Bible said they are invisible. They are concealed. They are camouflaged. But anyway, let me see. And cast him into darkness. Remember in Revelation, release the 4 angels that are bound. All right, and open in the desert and do that and cast him in there. Throw upon it. Okay, let me move on. Verse 12. And the earth has been corrupted by the effects of the teachings of Azazel. To him, therefore, ascribe to the whole crime. All right. And Gabriel also, Yahuwah said, go to the bastards. Yahuwah called the Nephilim bastards. Illegitimate. He didn't create them. Enoch chapter 10 verse 13. To the reprobates, to the children of fornication, destroy the children of fornication, the offspring of the watchers from among men. Bring them forth and excite them one against it. Make them fight each other. Enoch chapter 10 verse 13. Bring them forth and excite one against another. Let them perish by mutual slaughter, for the length of days shall not be theirs. Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to wrap this up. Okay. He's passing out judgment on these watchers. Okay, let me go to verse chapter 15. Enoch 15. All right, now, right here, I'm about to wrap this up. Enoch chapter 15. Starting at verse 8. All right, let me go up a little higher. Why this is a sin? Matter of fact, let me just read. It ain't but 10 verses. Let me read Enoch chapter 15 all the way through. Then addressing me, he spoke and said, neither be afraid, O righteous Enoch, you scribe of righteousness. Remember Enoch in the book of Genesis? He was so righteous that he didn't die. In the book of Genesis, just read it. All right. He disappeared. People didn't know where he was. The Most High was showing him things, and he was writing. All right. Go say to the watchers of heaven. See, yeah, after they knew they were being judged, the watchers sent Enoch to go pray for them. Now think about that one. How far have you fallen? You way up here. You got to resort to somebody. You got to resort to a walking dust bucket to go pray for you. How far? You can't even get a prayer through. All right, verse 2. You have forsaken the lofty heaven. Remember Jude, book of Jude? You left the lofty and high holy heaven, which endures forever, and have lain with women, have defiled yourself with the daughters of men, have taken to yourself women, and have acted like the sons of the earth, and have begotten giants. You being spiritual, holy, and possessing a life which is eternal, have polluted yourselves with women. And remember Mashiach said, after we die, we're going to be like the angels in heaven. In the New Testament, neither marrying or giving into marriage. Remember the scribes and Pharisees asked Mashiach, if a woman died and she had 7 husbands on the resurrection, whose wife shall she be? And Mashiach said, you're going to be like the angels. You ain't going to be marrying and giving into marriage. Now, it's going to be still people on the earth, though. But all right. Let me see. Okay. Now. And have acted like the sons of earth and have begotten giants. Verse 3. You being spiritual, holy, and possessing a life which is eternal. That's why the unclean spirits don't die, because their fathers don't die. Have polluted yourself with women, have begotten in carnal blood, having lusted in the blood of men, and have done as those who are flesh and blood do. These, however, die and perish. Therefore have I given them women, that they may cohabitate with them, that sons may be born of them, that this might be transacted upon the earth. Because we die, he give us women, and he give women men to multiply. He don't give men to multiply. That ain't how it works. He don't give women to multiply. He hates that. I'm just a messenger. You're going to find yourself in hell if you can't absorb the truth and conform to it. You're going to find yourself cut off. The truth is hate speech. Okay? If every man on earth started having sex with men, and every woman on earth started having sex with women, everybody gonna die. Look at the animals. Do you see the animals running around like that? And we're supposed to be more intelligent than animals, right? Let me continue. All right. Verse 8. Now the giants who have been born of the spirit, the angels, and of the flesh, shall be called upon the earth evil spirits, unclean spirits. And on earth shall be their habitation, and they're going to be stuck on earth. Enoch 15:8. Now the giants who have been born of the spirit and of the flesh shall be called upon the earth evil spirits, and on earth shall be their habitation. They're not, they stuck here on earth. They were born on earth, and they stuck on the earth, and they still alive. You got that? They seeking a body because their body is no longer on the earth. All right? Evil spirits shall proceed from their flesh. Evil spirits going to proceed from their flesh. When they die, they're going to become evil spirits. And it's male and female spirits because they were male and female giants. You get that? Okay? Because they were created from above. Not the Most High, but from the watchers. The watchers left their lofty places. All right? From the holy watchers was their beginning and primary foundation. The dominant gene in the human hybrids was the angels. The dominant genes were the fallen watchers. Remember, the Bible says we were created a little lower than the angels. So, just like black skin is dominant on the earth, because the original people were black. The Most High created Adam. He was a black man. He gave him dominion. The original people are black, just like black is dominant. When these angels came down, they were more. They are above us. They were dominant. That's why Satan still has a seed. He still has a bloodline. They seek to still rule the earth. That's why these numbers keep increasing on these wicked spirits. Satan still has a seed. Genesis chapter 6. It is written, I will put enmity between the woman's seed, Eve, and Satan's seed. Satan's seed. And I'm showing you Satan's seed. These unclean spirits. All right? For they were created from above, and from the holy watchers was their beginning and primary foundation. So they was built off of the DNA of the watchers. Evil spirits shall they be upon earth, and the spirit of the wicked shall they be called. Unclean spirits. The habitation of these spirits of heaven shall be in heaven. So the watchers, the habitation of the spirits of heaven shall be in heaven, but upon the earth shall be the habitation of terrestrial spirit. In other words, the place where the unclean spirit is going to live is right here. Right here, until judgment. Right? Did you come to torment us before the time? I read that Bible verse to you. Let me see what it was. Matthew 8:29. Did you come to torment us before the time? Okay, this is the punishment. See, even they know. All right, evil spirits shall they be upon the earth, and the spirit of the wicked shall they be called. The habitation of the spirit of heaven shall be in heaven, but upon the earth shall be the habitation of terrestrial spirits, who are born on earth. Born on earth. Satan has a seed. Born on earth. They are among us. All right. Verse 9. The spirit of the giants are like Nephilim, a tyrant, bully. I looked that word up. It's a bully. The spirit of the giants are like Nephilim, which shall oppress. Oppression. Bullying. Looking for an excuse to shoot black folk. I'm not saying all of them is Satan's seed, but if you're not living righteousness and you don't have the Most High's word in you, I don't care if you're Hebrew, you are Satan's seed by default, because you're going to go to hell and be with him. I'm talking about on a genetic level, Satan has a seed. And it's given a description. Their father, you are of your father the devil, and the desires of your father you want to do. He was a murderer from the beginning. I'm quoting Mashiach, talking about Satan's children. He come to steal, kill, and destroy, and he loves lies. Let me move on. Fall, they shall fall, contend, and bruise upon the earth. Verse 10, they shall call lamentation. No food shall they eat when the unclean spirit walks about. He walks about in dry places, seeking rest. They don't need food. Do angels eat? All right? And they shall be thirsty. He walks about in dry places. Matthew 8:29. When an unclean spirit is gone out of a person, it walks about in dry places. Enoch 15:10. They shall cause lamentation, no food shall they eat, and they shall be thirsty. All right? They shall be concealed. Remember I said they was hidden? They are hidden, but I'm showing you how to see them. The Most High will show you how to see them. Just like you can see the Most High, he's invisible. You can see him through his word. You can see him through the fruits of his people. You can see him by the action of his people. For a tree is known by its fruit. These are hidden. In chapter 15, verse 10, they shall be concealed and shall rise up against the sons of men and against women, for they come forth during the days of slaughter and destruction. I told you in the book of Revelation, more of these things is going to be unleashed upon the earth. So it is imperative, it is in your best interest to get all the leaven out of your heart and put as much of the Most High Spirit within you, so these devils will have no place in you. They will have no authority over you, and they can't stop you. Y'all have to excuse me, But anyway. All right, Enoch chapter 15. Let me go back over here. I'm going to see Matthew chapter 8:29. I'm going to read that again. And suddenly they cried out, saying, "No, I gave y'all the phone first. I'm glad I went back over it. These are the spirits crying at this legion. What have you come to torment us before the time?" Let me give you the Bible verse about unclean spirit. Luke 12:43. Okay, and Luke 11:24. I'm glad I looked that up, so I gave y'all the wrong verse. Okay. When an unclean spirit goes out of a man, he goes through dry places. He shall be thirsty, seeking rest and finding none. See that? They're looking for rest. They used to have a body. They don't have a body no more, so they're trying to take your body. We got to make sure they can't take nothing. You keep putting the word. Keep conforming to the Most High. Don't be satisfied in your walk. Here it is again. Luke 11:24. When an unclean spirit goes out of a man, he goes through dry places, seeking rest and finds none. They're angry. They can't get no rest. Have you ever think about this now? I'm doing pretty good lately, but when I don't get no sleep, I'm cranky. I'm more, well, not lately since I changed my diet, but I used to be easy to upset. They ain't finding no rest. I just gave you the description of these. They gonna bruise, they gonna cause lamentation. They coming forth in the days of slaughter. They ain't finding no rest. And they've been up since the beginning. All right? Let me see it. John 8:44. And I'm going to close. Okay, now. I'm going to start at 8:42. Then Yahushua. All right? Then he said unto them, if Elohim, if God were your father, you would love me. For I proceeded forth and came from him. In the beginning was the word, let there be, and there was. The word was Yah, and the word was with Yah. The same in the beginning as with Yah. Okay. I proceeded forth and came from him, nor have I come of myself, but he sent me. Verse 43. Why do you not understand my speech? Because you are not able to listen to my word. Verse 44. You are of your father, the devil. That's why you can't understand the word. You don't want nothing to do with the word. You are of your father, the devil. And the desires of your father you want to do. You want to do what you want to do your father's will. And the father in this case is Satan. Satan comes to steal, kill, and destroy. What do the ruling class do? They steal, kill, and destroy. Satan is a liar. What do the ruling class do? They lie. I'm giving you Satan's DNA. I'm giving you the DNA of his children. All right? He was a murderer from the beginning and does not stand in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaks a lie, he speaks from his own resources, for he is a liar and the father of it. Yahukanon, John chapter 8. I started at verse 42 and went to verse 44. All right? Shalom, folks. You got to grow. Some of us, this is why these things are going to happen to us, to make us grow. I have a tendency in my own self to get comfortable and lazy. When trouble comes, then I have my back up against the wall. I experience growth. Sometimes, sometimes things got to happen for us to grow. When you're pruning trees and things, in order for the tree to grow, you have to cut off the dead. So that's why some of these things are happening, to protect us. We become conditioned for war through our struggles. We overcome by our testimonies. All right? Shalom, shalom. Love y'all. And remember, the fallen angels chose, the Most High didn't create fallen angels. They chose to become the fallen. Number two, he didn't create giants. The angels are responsible for creating the giants. But they didn't really create, they manipulated the Most High's creation and made the giants come from an angel and women. That's where you get the giants from. Okay. Number three, the Most High didn't create unclean spirits. The unclean spirits is what's left of the dead giants that once roamed the earth. Some of them was bound, but a lot of them ain't. Think about it. Legion means 2,000 spirits. About 2,000 spirits was in one man. So Satan ain't slack on no resources, is he? If Satan was lacking in weapons, he wouldn't have time to put 2,000 demons in one person. Do the math. I'm like this because more of these things is coming. That he ain't slack on it, and he still has a seed, and they die. Guess where they going? Looking for a body. All right. I don't want on enough. Shalom, shalom. Love y'all. And I'm out.